Yo, Shon Megami Tensei 5 news. It looks good. Coming out next year too. And Shon Megami Tensei 3 Night 3 Remastered. Lit. Fuck, I have to play Shon Megami Tensei 2, don't I? Shon Megami Tensei 2. After the hit of the first game that sold 9,000 copies and was rated highly. And it's so influential that even the original writer of the Megami Tensei series, the book writer, made a book inspired by the first game. It was really interesting. Ken the Kan Yeto had the hard set a loose follow-up after Shon Megami Tensei 1 after Japan being Noah's Ark. How people will rebuild society and focus on how they move forward. And it took note, at the end of development, several staff members voiced their satisfaction of the final product and how the portrayal of the law and hero characters was imbalanced. With the character was being too emotional and whiny that lasted my AK, and the law hero being unsympathetic and very dumb. I mean, they're not wrong. And they also found the demon system a little bit too difficult to master. And also, the third development of this game, they decided to go to the Israel temple to pray, because working on a project like this could bring some really, really bad juju. It also was suggested by the writer of Devilman, who does the same. I just find it interesting. So let's take on Shon Megami Tensei 2 and see how it pairs up to Shon Megami Tensei 1. Spoilers for a 30-year-old game that not officially released. Aeon Genesis is back on again with the fan trains. And also spoilers for the Chaos route, to be more specific. So, here we go. So the game takes place several decades after Shon Megami Tensei 1, and we are in the future. And the Messiahs have taken hold of the future because, there are a lot of them after Shon Megami Tensei 1, so I'm not shocked. So the game starts with the Skywalker of Not mentality to train, and he gives the name Hot because we don't have a memory, he just found us with no memories. Yay, amnesia! And we are a gladiator. We're fighting for citizenship in the center, in the center of Millennium. And that's kind of fucked up. But after some cyber training, and we meet Steven, who had aged a bit since Shon Megami Tensei 1 and get the Demon Zone program. At the end, a fortune teller tells her to go find us, and we also have some odd memories of these characters in pods and calling out their names. And I tried to name them after my first playthrough, but it almost didn't work out. Next day, the day of the tournament, we meet our foe Wolfbark. And also the Function, you just run to the center and you kill him. We kill him with relative ease, and also with demons. And Madame, the president of our sector, Valhalla, who wants a president in this girl, the girl from the city is looking for a boy. And this girl named Shiva too, looking for a boy that lost an explosion 6 months ago. Except this explosion was on purpose by the two scientists that are not in hiding since she sees that Madame has some know-how. So we take her with us as a guest, and Madame asks us to find the scientists who had an obsession with opening the portal to the abyss. And with a good feeling of gonna be dangerous, she wins us her pet. Corporal Stucky! I'm so happy he's back! It's so awesome! Sadly, cannot pet this dog in this game. So, we track down this madman in the slums who just seems starting a ritual of that open the portal to the abyss. And he places the doll, and he gets killed by a demon he accidentally summoned. So we kill that, and we take the dolls and go back, and Doggy leaves. I'm big sad. I miss already. And so a rep from the city Kai 2 said we are the citizens that said all along we are also to get back Shiva to be recommended for leaving the city unauthorized. Since I'm the Messiah prophet, So we get this girl stuck onto us. But it was told in John, it clearly get put to work. He tells us to kill Pulaski in Holy Town and kill King Frost at the Great Church. Fight this thing called Beetlejuice. Like, I say you pronounce Beetlejuice. It leads to Beetlejuice. You can be pronounced like that. But God, what an ugly thing! I killed it. And Zayden kind of wants to check out Arcadia and a haven with no demons. You also get to meet Combo 2, who and also keep that all the things that's in here talk about immortality. When we get back from Arcadia, a fake Messiah have came out of the woodworks. And we call up post that I call him Shon 2. What do you call post? Hey, I'm Shon. He's Shon 2, I'm Shon 1. Yeah, it didn't work as well as I thought. I thought he was me. So he wants to fight me in the Coliseum, so I do. I do get to fight him. But he does a super attack, and Naomi took a great slash for me dying. After I got him down to his knees, I could have killed him, but Naomi do something, so I did. So I didn't do it. So after that, we got led to go to the sun to get the truth about the big picture. And so I go to meet Matakana. These Japanese are hard. Matakana. One of the other sons I've been working at the center. He told us to get Shiva 2 out of captivity before he dropped off this big truth bomb. And I had to go through the underground path to the prison to find Shon 2 in the middle of the way, trying to get revenge. But I one-shot him. On the path, I found a super confusing freaking dungeon, and you meet this girl that just joins me and helps me go through these bars. Then when we get to Shiva 2, kind of try to stop me from getting there, but, well, I didn't kill him, but I easily, pacify him. And he told that Shiva was brainwashed, but the girls that I picked up along the way, actually from the girlfriend, just fused with her to get her. Hey, it worked. On the way back to Valhalla, Valhalla was eaten the whole by Abaddon. The whole city. All of it. The Kai was in complete shock on why the center would do this, why the Elder would do this. And he just goes off and oh my god, Kerberos, he made it. Yes, boy, let's go! So Kai 2 is right now...
Bullshit. This whole thing is bullshit. That's a scam. Fuck the church. Here's 95 reasons why, said Martin Luther.
While he does that, me and Shiva 2 go deep underground to find the site of mutants that were pushed down by Millennium in the center. And when Shon 2 tried to use love power, but it ends up on Shiva 2, it locked eyes on him, so we gotta get our girl back again. And a chick that I'm supposed to fall in love with, so that Keola can fix it. And he tells me I need to get the power from Puck and had to go across the worst dungeon in freaking gaming history. If you or a loved one got into this dungeon, you are entitled to financial compensation. It just gives you all the status effects, all of them. Nothing about, no counters, but all statuses. If you say no, you have to go all the way out. And it's a rope dungeon. Fuck Puck. She is back to normal again and decide to help these guys bring back Makoto. Yeah, Makoto. But again, all body parts from all these shrines, and the hell, these are... all the parts are... You get all the parts together and revive them. Most of them are in these shrines, and they're hell to get through. Two of the keepers, I got them oh, thanks for getting me out of there. Heal the leg. I fought two other guys. I did mother guy for the last piece. And all this took me 5 hours. So feed the parts together, bring back his soul, he's back to normal. He's just yo, let's get to work. So we go back to Kai help us break free the factory workers from the control, but they wouldn't want to leave because they'd be mind controlled by the sirens. We go to the top of the tower and fight Balthador and kill him off his porcelain throne. And then the workers are free. As that, we are given the dolls that can open the portal to the abyss the right way, and also we discover that Arcadia is a virtual heaven that is a part of the abyss, with the people hooked up to these computers, and it's very creepy. And we fight Combo, and Combo is an admin of this all virtual world. They try to fight us. We kill him. We could become the admin of this world and not kill the people, but I shut that shit down. The people are creepy. It's implied that the people are dead. It's not just that stunt. The elder wants to see Kai too. If he doesn't, the elders will cause the action to Holy Town. So he does, and you follow him, and he soloed. And so we fight the elders that are actually 3 angels. We kill them all, and we kill a god or YHVH, or like he comes down and tries to kill me. But it's a fake god, because these 3 angels we killed was like God's MGTOWs. And that led to people escaping from God's followings. And he's pissed. Kinda take the middle for now, since, you know, people need the world. People need guidance right now. Like, these people are helpless. And then a giant spiral tower showed up in Holy Town. It looks like...
Dick!
Yeah?
Take a look out of starboard.
Oh my god, it looks like a huge...
Pecker!
Oh, where?
Wait, that's not a woodpecker. It looks like someone's...
Privates! We have reports of an unidentified flying object!
After they meet an elder, that's a tale of Maltachich. These names are getting harder and harder. So we need to get all these pillars to go to the abyss the right way. And I did. You had to go. And I did, which is ultra tedious. Ultra tedious. So we go to the front door of the abyss. And we have to fight this very sexy demon, but only on the full moon. It opens up the path. We kill these guys. We kill this guy holding on me, and it's very sexy. Another very sexy demon for 2 keys. And we meet Gormary, a underling of Lucifer. He just brings us straight to his castle. And we have a nice talk. And Lucifer is worried about Satan, but a tool of God's wrath. And the numbers is stacked against him. He wants to spare the world from, you know, God blowing up the fucking world. And if Satan awakens, everything just be fucked. The people of the cemetery, the underworld, and the abyss would be all destroyed by Satan. He's not asking to decide right now. He wants to see if we're Satan. He decided to test us, get him back to his castle on foot. He takes back where we were, and then we get yeeted to Eden. He kind of asks him to hear him out, so he's saying, hey, the world's kind of fucked. Like, well, it's kind of let them show us after, you know, the 3 angels let the people of the millennium astray. And he was about to the elders and make the true Dalian kingdom. Like, yeah, no. He told me out of Eden. Like, ouch, man. So I decided with Uncle Lucy, but the one person, the Uncle Lucy is the one person that is nice to me. So I don't want to go tell him I want him. So after that, trying to figure out being Lucy himself, I killed him. Yeah, so that happened. So I was like, yeah, man, but do you want to stop Satan? Like, I say yes. So I joined Lucy to attack and dethrone God. And so I'm on the path to Lucifer's castle. And the side of the path, I get avoided by Abaddon, which is like oddly the slum of Valhalla is still intact. So we finally get the truth. We finally get to know the big deal is that Matica. So here's the deal. So you tell us that me, Naomi, Kaitu, Kabatu, artificially created humans, and Shiva was my surrogate mother. It was a ploy to make their own positive because they got impatient. I was made savior, Naomi was made to be my partner, and Kabatu was made to be the leader of the virtual world, or that their version of the Dalian kingdom. And Kai 2 was made to be my bodyguard. But that totally didn't go well since Shiva kind of threw that all around just by going outside of the city unauthorized. Was that low so it could fight the inside of Abaddon? So yeah, I killed the higher Abaddon, we get out, continuing the way the path to Lucifer's house. We still load that got hot in my alignment, and that's super nice. Hey, we head to Shinsho, and we fight 12 bosses back to back. Like, holy crap. And there's one more little dungeon where I have to go to this dumb cave, and I get a magic check from Mara, and like, we found him. So he takes to the castle, and his castle is a Hell in a Handbasket. So I made it to Uncle Lucy's, and he tells us that to go to Eden, so I do. When I get there, kind of realize he is Satan, and his other half is a dragon. And they fuse together, and well, that mission failed. So Satan Kai too yeets me out of Eden again, having my way back to Lucifer Castle again. He says it's go time. Satan's back. And a big dragon, they made the negative art take the people that are chosen, and just destroy the rest of the world. That's nice. It's sort of like no arc, but with explosions and earthquake. Warp to the arc and kick some ass. So you fight up. We killed the Sabov, we killed the Shadi, we killed Elohim. So he made the Satan himself. He goes all out. And he is tough with 4 pairs of titties. Like, holy shit. Yeah, I have to make a strategy, but yes, the only one foe left is YHVS himself. And he talks a big game, but I got the power of anime on my side and a gun. So I take him out, and the world is spared from his wrath. The music can actually go to the surface and see something like they also desired, with the other humans in left. Demons that are left in the abyss can actually have true liberation. And we step forward to the new world. So that's the story of Shon Megami Tensei 2. It's really wild and unpredictable. Like, I do like them besides are the dominant religion. Because, after Shon Megami Tensei 1, for the angels to lead people astray and make up a fake god is a really cool plot point. And try to make their own prophecy and make an artificial human to play their own game, but it didn't work out because the Shiva 2 broke the simulation. Played. I really like that Satan. I really like the portrayal of Satan here. He's a tool of the great cheese himself. And also, do you know that the Rightful Edge is based on the God of the Old Testament? And the Old Testament is fucking nuts. Like, read a sample, like, throw it dark at the Old Testament, it'll be some cult shit. I kinda don't like that Kai 2 kind of becomes a hypocrite, like, oh, at the end of the day, maybe you can interpret that, once he gets to Eden, he was undocumented, he kind of doesn't care about genocide, but that's kind of like his big launching point against the Elder. But he's kind of hypocritical, but it's still actually, I like all the characters. I find that the only 2 nice people are Lucifer and Kuraboros, people who, and Lucifer just doesn't want the earth to be freaking murked by God. And also I find that they didn't really intend the God to be such a dick, but it's just so accidental. It's kind of silly. One thing I like to bring up is the name of the game, Shon Megami Tensei. It roughly translates to New or True God's Mountain Psychosis. And the god Izanami is like an element of the stories, but it's up to interpretation. But I feel like it's obvious. But I guess it's kind of obvious that in the first game, Izanami is Shiva, or the girl that follows you in Shon Megami Tensei 1. And also there's some good evidence that Shiva 2 essentially gave birth to the one who killed Mighty VX. I like the intent that she's like a passive force. Like, she gives us the tools to do whatever you want, but she's just in for the chaos. But I'm gonna try to talk about this more so in the next video. next Shon Megami Tensei. Also, I kind of find it fucked up that, Naomi, the girl that was destined to be my girlfriend, even after she died, she gets lots of energy because she likes us. Even though it's all official love, like, I wish there's an option you could tell, like, what's the deal, but that's kind of, like, depressing. Like, hey, the story is like an 8 out of 10 for sure. Whole lot of padding with the love arc and stuff, but I really like the story. On to the gameplay. So let's start with the improvements from Shon Megami Tensei 1. First, the HUD is way more cleaner and easier to read, so you actually know what stats condition your people under. 2, the map is super helpful, more so than the first. It also can place markers on it. 3, the map is fixed that shock is not unbreathable anymore, but also the elemental attacks are way more helpful. And also other stats are more likely to happen overall than just shock being guaranteed, like, free turn. Those are the real biggies. The try and true fusion is back and better than ever. It's their sword fusion that, which could be crazy and lead to some powerful swords, but I could never get it to work. But I got some good stuff at Casino. I did got some really good stuff at the Casino anyway, so. And talking to demons are way more gambles than before. Even if you had the same demon, you won't guarantee an easy out. But sometimes they offer even better. Like, demons can heal you, give you money, but sometimes they can just vibe check you, or just leave you, or just like be more enraged. And also, demons will not talk to you on the full moon, so you can't cheese the demons that much as one. And also, money is so like hard to come by. Like, it's so like you barely buy the equipment from the shops, and you need it unless you're gambling. The gameplay is really something. They can't give it a better direction than one. Sometimes they can be vague. Like, they totally go to like, oh, the fake Messiah is in Valhalla and in Holy Town, but it's only actually in Valhalla. The fortune teller is a real help, but the game really wants you to run around and just absorb EXP. But the apex of the game actually trying to waste your time is the pillar quest to go to the abyss. You have to go absolutely everywhere. Go back deep into a dungeon that we've been before, to a disco where you gotta have a certain magic stat on the full moon to win. Like, there's so many other tiers saying like, yeah, cock everyone, and like you just happen to run into some of them, but most of them have to go out of your way to do some other objective. And it's just this pillar quest took me 4 hours of just purely just looking around. Like, it is awful. It also followed by the Mikado thing where they got all the body parts from all these shrines, which are really perplexing dungeons. Like, the dungeons are so confusing, and I never felt like a dungeon is really trying to kill me and waste my time. All the dungeons and the maps and the mazes are out there just to waste your time. And it's awful. You got ward spikes fall the pitch traps. Like, this game really wants you to run a country mile for everything. Like the Megado arc. That place is huge. It's very complex. You got sections off corners that only go through one way, which is like very out and around. You got warps. You gotta fight all these really tough bosses. Resources, mag draining. Enough. I hate it all. The worst is this dungeon. See, it wasn't trying. It's literally just like a spin thing, like from Pokemon, but in first person. And you cannot see the end where they're pointing. You have to just guess and just go up while you just like getting pot shot and confused, and you just see. They got them at them like turn around like in the first game. They all keep the true self. I don't remember the first. Hey, at least there's no like chain encounters. Like the chain encounter not as awful as the Shon Megami Tensei 1. It doesn't have an as often because like Like, oh my god, sure, not really want to change it. Like I mentioned before, there's some parts of the game where you had to go to a boss at a certain moon phase. That for 2 bosses. And also had to go get the pillars by, dancing at a certain club at a full moon. And also the phase of the moon changes inside the buildings. You had to be like very particular. It's such a waste of time. And the another thing that's out there to waste your time is like, at the club you might not be at a certain point, and Mara as if you magic at a certain level, but magic served no purpose for the main protag. They knew it, and it's just an excuse to get out there and just grind them stats. So like, why did they do this? The bosses are really hard. But the game are really hard. But the people are kind of a joke though. Like, but the one that I really wanted to joke was Combo 2. But I guess fighting 12 bosses back to back, and fighting Satan was tough enough. And YHVH was one of the toughest bosses I ever faced in my gaming life. Like, shit. YHVH and Satan. Hardest bosses I ever faced. After the lightning path, it kind of boils down to two big choices where we can start with the Law Hero, or Satan, or start with Lucifer. They say there's like a point system, but also you don't have a little spinning reticle thing. You just have to literally check this out if you're on Chaos. But the Chaos might be more interesting, but also tends to be the easiest path. But I really found the ending interesting with the mutants being free, being like liberated, and demons. Like, I really like. And I'm like, hey, if that's why I could just make a save state, choose a completely different path and do the quest. In the past are really different, where I do like a completely different thing, like in the last game, depending on your path. But no matter what ending you get, you end up finding YHVH. And God's a dick. And I almost forgot to mention the music here. The music is really, really good. Not as good as Shon Megami Tensei 1, but like, here's some of my favorites. I don't know, Shon Megami Tensei 2 is way better than Shon Megami Tensei, but I hate it. The dungeons are evil and awful. The team is backtracking is very unpredictable. YHVH is a prick, but the gameplay is improved a lot. The solo feature is a really cool idea. I don't recommend this game by a long shot, even though I hate it. I did enjoy the adventure. Yeah. Woo! SFT 1 and 2, done! The floodgates are open. I can talk about SFT 3 Nocturne, I can talk about Persona, Double Summoner, Radicus and Noah. All the came roughly around the same time, but like in this cluster since the PS1 and 2 era. So like, should I go to Persona or should I go SFT 3? I don't know. But SFT was a long way from. I really hope you like this video. I know this video is gonna be a long one. Like, comment, subscribe, and I hope you stick around for the next episode. It'll probably come a lot quicker since we're gonna be talking about fun games, like maybe Persona. I can talk about Devil Summoner, Soul Hackers. I don't know. The feature is open. I hope y'all stick around. Like, comment, subscribe.